Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I was thinking about this morning, and if you've done all of your assignments, keeping along with everything and tracking all your stuff, checking off the boxes, making sure that you're all set. Your last day of school, remote learning school, will be June 5th. So that's exciting. So that's less than a month away, because today's the 11th. So anyway, for this week, new work that is due by Friday, which is the 15th. We have Daily Dose 61 through 70. I'm in the process of posting a video that goes along with that, so you can kind of follow along, double check your work. Okay, so there should be no excuses for getting anything that is anything but an advanced on Daily Dose, right? I have a new tool. It's Apple Pencil. And what this does is there's a great app called Notability, and I'll put a little screenshot of Notability in this video. Notability is great for the iPad. I don't know if they have an Android version. I haven't looked into it, but I'm sure you can do a search. But anyway, what you can do is you can import PDFs or documents from Google Drive, Google Classroom, whatever. And then you can even use your finger to write, to correct, to do whatever, to highlight anything that you need to do. And then you can export it back to your teachers. So for instance, when I used to work with Notability back in 6th grade, when I used to teach 6th grade, I used to have a student do all of his math on Notability and then send it to me and share it right with me when he was done, or turn it in on the classroom. So it's a really great tool to be able to use, and it's really cheap. I think it's like $3.99 or something like that. I'm not 100% positive of that, but it's worth the amount of money that it's worth. And I know it's not a whole lot of money. I hope everybody had a great Mother's Day with their mother figures in their life yesterday. I know we had a bunch of stuff planned, but it's so hard to plan things nowadays. We've noticed. So, we just kind of hung out. But I was trying. My wife for Mother's Day wanted to watch DVDs of the kids when they were little, our wedding video, blah blah blah. And I don't have a DVD player, and I have things that I put out on DVD way back when, but I don't have a DVD player. So I have a smart TV, and I was thinking, if I could borrow a DVD player from somebody. So I sent out like 4 or 5 texts. Nobody had a DVD player. One of our neighbors has a DVD player who let me borrow it, and I came home ready to hook it up, and I looked back on the television. There's no hookups for the RCA cables for a DVD player, which that was kind of funny. I'm kind of aging myself there, but so anyway, we still had a good Mother's Day. But let's see, for the week. All right, I just said the Daily Dose, right? 61 to 70. Primary source packet is due on Friday. So there are 2 grades that go along with that primary source packet. One grade is all the questions that go along with the actual primary sources. I believe there's 7 of the primary sources with a plethora of questions. The other one is the essay. So there are 2 different grades. One for the questions, that's a formative grade. 2 for the essay, that's a summative grade, okay? So the summative grade will be, what's required. It's the 3 paragraphs. It's using evidence, okay? I've noticed some of you like, boy, a couple sentences and you think you're done. That's not going to cut it, guys. So, now's not the time to just kind of relax. I know it's hard to keep pushing yourself forward, but, do your best to make sure it's your best work, okay? The other thing is the discussion questions for chapter 22-32. That was due on Friday. I've been getting a couple emails like, hey, I know it's, Friday night. Can I turn it in late? Yes, the due dates are somewhat flexible to a degree, okay? We put the due dates out there so we can keep ourselves, keep our time managed well with all the assignments so you don't get too far behind. But if you need a couple days, you know, the best thing to do is email me. Hey, Mr. Freakot, I need a couple more days. I will get this done. Go for it. That's fine with me. All right. But don't just put it aside and not do any of it. Okay. So, got that covered. What else do we have going on? I believe that is it for the week. I think I'm going to talk to Miss Ritchie because next week we have like 6 or 7 chapters to finish up Unbroken. And if she's up for it, I think maybe we'll have chapter 33 posted tomorrow, chapter 34 posted on probably Wednesday, and then chapter 35 posted on Thursday. We'll see. You know, I'm not gonna say, hey, this is gonna be definitely due, but instead of reading 6 or 7 chapters to finish up the book, you know, let's kind of chunk it out. So at least, I mean, because we didn't read last week, it's, you know, 2 weeks away from the book, and you kind of forget about it. So we'll see what Miss Ritchie has to say. If you see that come into the topic, the new work due May 15th topic, just watch or listen to the audiobook, read the chapter, okay? So anyway, I'm going to let the video transition in the video world to the Daily Dose 61, and we will hopefully see you on Thursday morning, Zoom, 8 a.m. Some of you guys have emailed me like, hey, Mr. Freakout, why is it so early? We didn't pick that time. Mr. Lewis did. He tries to organize all the Zoom meetings so they don't conflict with anybody else's. So if you can make it, do it. Last week, you know, we put a little carrot out there for people, and we may do it again. So please try and make that Zoom. Most of you guys have the black screen, which is really hard to have some sort of a discussion with, but at least you're there, so that's nice. And I believe that's all I have to say for today. Have a great Monday, and we'll see you later. Bye. It's number 61. There's an app out there in the App Store, at least for Apple. I don't know about Android. I don't know if they make this for Android. They may. It's called Notability, and Notability allows you to import PDFs or documents into what's called a note, and then you can write on the note. So you can change different colors, right? And it works really well. It's pretty cool. All right. Today they're going to announce what they're going to do with baseball season, so that's exciting, at least in the Freakout household. All right, here's Daily Dose 61. The word of the day is haste. It's a noun, speed or quickness in moving or acting. Think of waste. Haste makes waste. Imagine doing something so fast, like cleaning your room, that it is not effective. This is why people say haste makes waste. If you do something too quickly, it can ruin everything. All right, so the edit today is, he call Hank in great haste to hold him the good news. Told him the good news. That's hard to say. So, let's look here. We have, he call Hank, we should probably say called, right? Hank, that should be capitalized. It's a proper noun. Let's see, he called Hank and told. Okay, so here's another one. To tell. I might have even said that. My brain just goes automatically to the right sentence here, but the right context too. All right, so he called Hank in great haste to tell him the good news. Period. Right, and it is a declarative sentence. All right, how do we make this imperative? Well, you call Hank in great haste to tell him the good news would be an imperative sentence if it's a command. All right, standard review. For what purpose would writers use a dynamic character? A, to show how people dislike change. B, to show how people change and grow. C, to show how characters feel. Or D, to show how a character develops. I think we're going to go with B here, to show how people change and grow in a book. For one, because a dynamic character is a character that the author wants you to get a connection to as you're reading. So maybe your character is one that starts somewhat flat, goes up, and then as he grows or she grows, the connections get stronger to that character. Okay, so that is what a dynamic character does. All right, so there's 61. 62, the word of the day is affable. It's an adjective, friendly or pleasant. Think of a fable. Imagine any fable that you have heard. Most of them end in a friendly or pleasant way. Most fables are affable. All right, so edit. Hank could tell by Bizzle's affable manner that something spectacular were about to happen. So let's look at proper nouns right off the bat. The H in Hank, the B in Bizzle. While I'm on Bizzle, because it's showing possession, right? It's his affable manner. Okay, it needs a apostrophe right there. What else? The were should be was about to happen. I think that's it. So Hank, capital H, could tell by Bizzle's affable manner, capital B apostrophe S, that something spectacular was about to happen, and then you have your period, making it, again, a declarative sentence. All right, so standard review. What are the characteristics of a fable? All right, well, first, what does a fable usually do? A fable usually teaches a moral. Right? It teaches a moral, a lesson. How do they usually get that lesson across? Well, most of the characters are animals. Right? Well, those animals behave like humans and speak like humans, right? And then, again, they want that connection so you can connect with that character and kind of understand the moral of the story, okay? So tomorrow we'll do 63 through, I think 65 is how we have it, or 66, I can't remember, because you're doing all 10 this week. So have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope you're following along with this. There should be no excuses for turning in anything but the correct one, seeing that I'm doing this with you. All right? Bye, guys.